Juan Jose in Cali, Colombia writes to me, "Hey Paul, if I have my digital library on my PC, I use Roon and I take the signal via a good USB cable to a good DAC and from there to my sound system. Why would I need a streamer before the DAC? Doesn't Roon do that function?" Yes, in a sense it does, and I'll try and explain that to you in a minute. You might wonder, I'm out here in the warehouse, what the heck? These corner traps were at one point in music room 3, each one was in the corner and they were covered in a material and then filled with a kind of stuff called rock wool, mineral wool. And my wife, Terry, my lovely wife, Terry, decided that she wanted these to be a different color. So we took them down, we're sending them out to paint, and then we're gonna have new fabric put on. Terry's in charge of how this place looks. And she does a great job, and I do appreciate it. But my music room is torn apart. So we're gonna get that done as quick as we can. Okay, streaming. Well, much depends on how you think about streaming. So the simplest way, let's say you have a computer and you have Roon. Roon is like JRiver or Autorvana. It is a music management program. And in this case, we're hooked up from the computer to our DAC via USB. It's a fine setup. Okay. Much depends on where your music files are located. If you're playing music files on your local hard drive in the computer or on a NAS, a network attached storage, on your local network, then yes, Roon is acting as your server and your player and your controller, because those are the three elements to a streamer: server, controller, player. Okay, we need those three elements. But now let's imagine that we want to play from Tidal, Qobuz, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever we want that is somewhere outside of our house, right? The server then is going to be in Apple's wherever the heck giant server farms, that Apple uses, or Amazon, or Tidal, or Qobuz, who knows? I mean, they're all over the world, right? So that, in that case, your server is there, and no, Roon is not acting as a server in that case. So for network streaming, the server is outside, somewhere in the big cloud in the sky, and now Roon is only acting as a controller and a player. Now, to further confuse you, imagine that you aren't using USB and you want to use your home's local network through Ethernet. Like in our system on a direct stream DAC, you may want to just hook that direct stream DAC up through Ethernet and have Roon on your computer. Now Roon is only acting as a controller and a music management system. So if we're going to play something from Tidal, Tidal has the server, Roon is the controller. It's the thing you see and you touch and you choose which one you want and find out all about it. It sends it out over your local network at home, and over Ethernet it connects up to like our AirLens streamer, or to an Inuos streamer, or some way that you get Ethernet into your DAC. And now you've separated that controller, streamer, controller, server, and we call it a renderer or a player. Those three elements are now split apart. They could all be together. It just really depends on the system setup that you have. Okay? Hope that's not too confusing. Thanks and good luck.